good night. Wherever you may be in the world, thank you for joining me for another edition of the Truth Conductor Show. Man, you know, this is the problem that we're facing right now. Why everything is so out of whack and we got the division, the hatred, the animosity. Put my hat on straight. That joint just, man, listen. When I it just, that's just the way it falls. Okay, I can't help it. Every time I can take my hat off and I put it, that's just the way it falls. So if I ain't looking, I don't realize it's kind of got that pimp tilt to it. So let me correct that immediately. All right, but listen. Right now, man, I think one of the biggest challenges that's in front of people all over the world, and that is bringing the family back together, man. You know, and if we gonna solve the problems of the world, man, we gotta bring families together. We gotta get families to start talking again. And I just realized that one of my ideas, my dinnerware idea, I can use to bring families together. That's what I just realized this morning. The dinnerware idea that I'm talking about. I remember I do flag colors of different countries. And man, wouldn't it be nice if we can just start getting families all over the world, man, sitting back down at the table and talking. Even though you disagree, somebody's gonna have to be the bigger person to say, let's put our differences aside and sit down and talk, because we all we got. Man, family is all you got. Strangers are not gonna come to your aid like family. Now, there's some family members that don't give a shit about you either. Let's be real. Let's be real about that. All families don't care about you. And I can show you an example. Sandra Bland. Sandra Bland would be alive today if some of her family members. What's going on, Edward? I got a strike by that because of that. And it happened right over me. But listen, family is what we need to focus on now. All of this division, this animosity, this hatred, this crime can be a direct result of the breakdown of the family. A lot of these young kids out here doing this crazy shit, man, they ain't never sat down at a table with their family. And this is what we need to go back and start promoting families. And notice, you don't hear nobody talking about that. Let's get the family back together. Okay? Well, our history is the blueprint, man. Our history is the blueprint. Only thing that we got to do now is be creative about how we get them to come together. And you can't expect them to come together because it's the right thing to do. You're going to have some kind of incentive in that. See, this is what I've been trying to explain to people, that if we going to turn this negative narrative around, we're going to have to start using positive incentives to motivate people to do the right thing. See, this attitude that you should do it because it's the right thing to do, that shit don't work no more. And see, and that's what you got a lot of people sitting back with the attitude, I shouldn't have to pay you to do right. But yet, they getting paid to do wrong. And you don't see that. You ain't trying to counter that. They're making money doing wrong. And yet, you don't want to use money to as an incentive for them to do right. And that's why we got the all of the fear in the community. Because ain't nobody safe. Ain't nobody safe, man. I don't care who you are, how much money you got. If you leave your house, you ain't safe. And if you have to stay in your house, you're a prisoner. It's just that simple. But yet, don't nobody want to use any positive incentives to try to get these kids on the right track. See, when somebody like me come talking about, oh, there he go begging again. No, I'm just trying to say, man, why don't you show them something positive? Support something positive. That's all you got to do, man. Support a positive narrative. Promote a positive narrative. Look how difficult it is, man. Here I am. I have a Black History tour company. I got the answer for the world right here. This is the answer for the world. But ain't nobody interested in that because, you know, that might give me a leg up. That might improve my situation. So we can't let you get in a position to help nobody. No, that's the right thing to do, Truth Conductor. You want to stay in a hotel, because if we start helping you, you might help some other people, and that's not what we about right now. And that's just that, and that's the attitude that people have. See, so you know, hey, man, I'm gonna keep doing my part. I'm gonna keep doing my part. Yeah, I get discouraged. Yeah, I second guess. Yeah, I get down in the dumps. But I don't stay there. I get up. I take my licks. I take my ass kicking and get back up and try again. And see, most of these kids, when they get their ass kicked, first thing they want to do is turn to something negative. They ain't trying to get back up and start over again. They ain't trying to stay on the straight and narrow because they don't see it working. See, we won't show the straight and narrow working. We only show negative working. And I don't, man, maybe, I mean, it's something that, that's a shortcoming, I guess, I have, because I haven't been able to articulate what I'm seeing so that people can understand. Because if people could understand what I'm saying, they would do different. Yeah. Well, I ain't seen that in a long time. Um, but that's what this is what we got to do, y'all. This is what we got to do. We got to get the families back together. And I don't care. I got what, 3 people up in here? And I bet you the 3 people I got in here got some issues in their family. I bet you $1 to a donut. The 3 people up in here got some issues in their family. This is where we got to start. And see, and I ain't telling you something just talking. You know, this includes me as well. Cause, you know, I had to be the bigger person in my family to try to get it back right. Okay? That's right. So you know, so I'm telling you, man, come on. Somebody gonna have to be the bigger person. Somebody has to be the bigger person. Somebody has to say, okay, you know, I'll if that's what I mean. Let me show you something. As much shit as I get up in here and talk, and you know, some of my family support Trump. Some of my families are ardent Trump supporters. And I'm like, I don't know where that shit came from, but okay, if that's the way you want to be, fine. Well, see, Edward, we got to get back to talking to one another. See, that's what we missing right now. We don't even want to talk as family. Matter of fact, you got people that will treat a total stranger better than they would their own family. That's how bad this shit is. Right now, you got people that will treat a total stranger better than they would their own family. They'll get out of bed for a stranger at 3 o'clock in the morning before they will their family. And man, we gotta put some importance back on the family. The family is where it all begins. That's where it begins. And see, a house divided can't stand. If you divide the house, the family, you divide a nation. You want to divide a nation? Divide the family. That's all you got to do. Divide the family and the nation gonna fall. Because the people are what make up the nation, and they divide it. So since they're divided, they can't come together. So if we unite the family, man, we're gonna strengthen our nation. We got something we can stand on now. We got something we can agree with now. And see, and I don't know if y'all ain't paying attention to all of these teachers and adults that are being charged with sexually molesting these young children. And the reason they feel so comfortable about molesting these kids because they know these kids ain't got no family base. See, if these predators knew these kids had a family base, they wouldn't be out here doing the shit they doing. The reason they doing it is because they know them kids ain't got nobody to talk to. They know them kids don't trust nobody. They know them kids are confused right now. So they just come in and take advantage of the situation, because what's missing? The family is what's missing. Now, let me show you something. Now, see, everybody see my title, but look, I ain't got but one person up in here. And I'm telling you what the problem is. But don't nobody want to hear that. See, don't nobody want to see that. Why? Because now, see, I'm putting you on the spot. See, I'm talking about something where you're going to have to be accountable for. Okay? And this is what, see, remember, the Bible say, train up a child in the way they should go, and when they old, they won't depart from it. So if you training up a child to be confused, to be insecure, unsure of themselves, what you think they're going to be when they get to be adults? The same thing. We ain't teaching our young kids to be leaders. We're not teaching them to be the cutting edge. We're not teaching them that. We're not teaching them to fight, to stand up for yourself. We're teaching them the exact opposite. And you know, and I got to tell you, man, even saying this, and it seemed like it's falling on deaf ears. That's my challenge. See, my challenge is to keep talking about it, even when don't nobody want to hear it. See, that's the challenge for me. And see, and when you're saying stuff that you know is true, that people don't want to hear, and see, they ain't gonna support you financially so that you can get out. The only reason, I listen, if somebody came up and said, "True Conductor, we want to sponsor this message. We're gonna make you a rags to riches story." Man, you know how many people that money would get the attention of? See, that's what companies don't realize. See, money is what getting people's attention now. Money is what's getting their attention. And nobody want to use their money to get attention. They don't want to use their money to get attention. And that's all these young people. All you got to do, you want these young people undivided attention? Show them how to make some money. Show them how they can get some money. And right now, whoever is made a rags to riches story, which we ain't seen one. When the last time you seen a rags to riches story? Think about that. The rich is still getting richer every day. But when have you seen a rags to riches story from among us? When the last time you seen one? And you can't tell me that it don't work, because the rich is still getting richer. But when have you seen a person from among us get out without selling dope, doing something stupid, without running a Ponzi scheme? When the last time you seen it? And that's the problem. We don't want to show no success. And the success we are showing, dope dealer, athlete, or entertainer. That's what we telling you. You're gonna be one of them if you're gonna make it out. Cause you can't start no business. You can't come up and try to help nobody. That ain't gonna work. You gotta come out here and break the law. You got to cheat. Then you can make it. And that's what we're telling these young people. Come out here and cheat and scheme and deceive. You can make it. Because we don't show them anything else. We ain't trying to show them anything else. We think for them to see something positive that it's supposed to happen on its own. And yet, negative is saying, oh, that's the way you're going to do it? Well, shit, let me keep my grip. Because all I got to do is keep showing them, come out here and shake your ass. Get on OnlyFans. And it's so bad now, not only are the young women getting on OnlyFans, you got these old farts out here with these damn C-sections and all them that fat hanging from around. They out here getting money on OnlyFans, busting it open. See, you ain't gonna get no money out here starting a business, but you can get money to degrade yourself. You can get money to embarrass yourself. You can get money to cheapen yourself. Very old. You got some, and Lord knows, man, I don't have no need to go on OnlyFans. I don't have a need for that. I really don't. Because I ain't seen my wife in 4 years, going on 5 years. And I'm making a promise to God. I'm saving all this energy for my wife. All this energy I'm going to take out on my wife. Because I got damn near 5 years to make up. And I can't make my 5 years up out here trying to fuck somebody else. I got 5 years. I got to make up to this woman. So she gonna keep me busy. So I ain't got time for your ass. Okay? And just to show you, see, I could get on here and talking all this shit about being walking in your righteousness, in your integrity, and can be fucking out of both legs right now. Okay? I can be fucking out of both legs right now. My wife is in the Philippines. I ain't walking around with my dick in my hand, man. I'm trying to do something to make this woman proud. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do something to make her proud. So she gonna turn around, hey, that's my husband right there. That's him. That's mine. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do. That's why I get out here and do what I do. Because, I'm trying to make my wife proud. And leave something for my grandkids and my great-grandkids. Leave them something that they ain't got to struggle. That they can keep building, can keep going. Just keep it going. I'm going to start it up. Keep it going. I told my daughter, man, something happened to me. Man, don't you dare. You better not let these tools go to waste. You better not let them go to waste. You better not. Now that's the truth. And see, and you know, man, look at how we embrace negativity. Look at how we embrace. You can be negative, man, and get rich overnight. And be positive and live in a hotel. I ain't in a hotel because I ain't got no job. I ain't in the hotel because I don't have no. I'm in the hotel because, man, I do the Black history of DC. Ain't nobody interested in that. They only want the white history of the city. They ain't interested in how black folk live. Right now, this is November, okay? Man, it would, yeah, I have. And see, my problem is transportation. That's where my problem is. Had the transportation, I video the whole city. I show you the whole city. But I can't do that because, you know, and see when they repossessed my vans back in, when did my vans get repossessed? 2016, 2017, somewhere like that. I could have quit then. I'm getting out here today. I'm going. I went to the White House yesterday. I'm going back today. I'm gonna get back on the bus with my music and my sign, and I'm gonna go back down to the White House again. I'm gonna go back down there again. Okay, because now I got the feel for what it's like to be on public transportation. You know, going where I got to go, try to get a feel for that. But no, man. No, that's what we got to do. And you got so many people right now that are so upset and so afraid of the violence and the carjackings, but they don't support another narrative. They ain't trying to help promote no other narrative. They don't even want to show these kids nothing positive that's working. And that's all I've been trying to do. Man, let me show them something positive that's working. I can't do it by myself. I can't make myself successful. Only you can make me a success. And I've been out here with this sign for, it's not like I just popped up. I've been out here 4 years with this sign, man. Trying to get people's attention. 4 years. I've been out here with this sign. Trying to get people's attention. And the only thing I get accused of is begging. Because I'm asking, man, support me. Support me. But if I was doing something stupid, see, if I was out here degrading myself, humiliating myself, I'd be rich. I wouldn't even be in this hotel. I wouldn't even be in this hotel. If I went over to the dark side, I wouldn't be in here. But then I got to keep looking over my shoulder because I done cut a corner somewhere. And it ain't worth it. It just ain't worth it. And so, and what makes it even worse, people come along, see what I'm saying, say the same thing I'm saying, and everybody gravitate to that. Everybody gonna gravitate to that. But when I'm saying, oh no, that's the true conductor, he clout chasing. He out here clout chasing. Now we can't uplift him. Okay? Wait a minute, I gotta see what this said, what this message is. So, I mean, have it. He out here clout chasing. Now we can't uplift him. yeah. Matter of fact, I got to show this. And you know what? And you're absolutely right. If I had a half-naked girl standing by my bucket, it would be full. It would be full if I went out and did some stuff like that. But I can't be positive, man. I can't come out here in my integrity and my righteousness and get the support. I got to do something stupid. I got to degrade myself. But yet, ain't no place safe, and you scared. You ain't happy with the crime. And let me tell y'all something. Watch this. Watch this. You see all these black girls that's going around demeaning themselves, doing all this shit? It's in, white girls are doing it now. Little young white girls are doing that same shit right now. The only difference is they ain't putting them on television. But this problem we got with young black girls, the way they are demeaning themselves, white kids are picking up, little white girls are picking up the same habit. They picking up the same habit. And you watch, that shit gonna get out of control. And see, and once them white kids start doing, now it's a problem. As long as the black ones doing it, that's their issue. That's what they do. But see, when when we was going through the crack epidemic, see, we had a drug problem. We were criminals. But now, white kids are dealing with the same, and they shit, fentanyl is they shit. See, they need some therapy. See, they need rehabilitation. But with us, we criminals. We animals. And if you think I'm lying, when they want to scare you, what they going to use? A black person. Anytime they want to make you afraid, they going to scare you with a black person. They going to demonize a black person to make you scared. I remember back in the day, man, when you could go to Jamaica on your driver's license. Okay? Opioid, same thing. I remember back in the day when you could go to Jamaica on your driver's license, and how the Rastas was getting dope back in the country. They was giving it to the white girls because they know they wasn't getting stopped. The Rastas was getting stopped, and they knew it. They gonna search us, but they ain't gonna search that white girl. And that's who we gonna send the stuff through. Give it to the white girl. Let her bring it through for us. And that's how they got their dope into the country. Because as long as they was black, they was getting stopped. White folks could walk right on through. And they got the goods. But they trust in white people, and they'll demonize the black folk. And who has the most influence? Them black people. You don't think the black culture has influence? Look at the world. Everybody rapping. Where they come from? Us. Everybody trying to rap all over the world right now. That come from us. But yet we don't see the power that we have. And we'd rather be a negative influence than a positive. Look at these record labels, man. They paying these young boys to go out and kill each other, to be negative. Talk about your mama. Talk about your sister. Talk about your girlfriend. Degrade them. And we're going to give you millions. When you come out and you can set this narrative, when young black girls can talk about how big of a hoe they are, how good they suck dick, that's what they talking about. That's what's making them rich, not your talent. That filth you promoting, it's what's making you rich. You ain't got no talent. They use it. They use it. And if you don't think they use it, look at college football. Hip hop is all up in there. It's all up in college football. But y'all don't want to see that. Y'all don't want to give a different voice. Y'all ain't trying to make nobody else successful so they can get out and counter this narrative. See, I can talk like this all day long broke. Ain't nobody gonna listen to me because I'm broke. But let me get some money and start. Now I got it, people's attention. And I'm saying the same thing I've been saying when I was broke. You wouldn't listen to that, but now you know I got some money. See, you want to listen to what I got to say. Because now you know I got some money. See that money talk, bullshit walks? That's for real. That's for real. But yet, people are afraid to make something positive successful. Because if it was successful, you got to talk about it. And you can't talk about nothing that ain't a success. And it's up to you to make it success. Man, I can't. Don't you know if I could make this message a success, I would have been done it? If I could do it by myself, don't you think for 1 minute, if I could do this by myself, I would have done it by now? And look how much work I got to put in to be positive. And right now, if I get up and whip my dick out, I'm debt free. See, I can get debt free being negative, but I can't get debt free being positive. And people act like they don't even see that. And see, and this going right back to the family, man. Going right back to the family. Because that's the unit that's broken to allow a lot of this shit to go on. And if we don't want to address the family, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. If we don't want to address the family, it's all over, man. But, Edward, man, you the only person. Thank you, brother. You the only person up in here. I got 7 people up in here. You the only one that's been interactive. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. By the way, Edward, what part of where you from, man? Where you at in the country? What part of the country you from? If you still up in here. So, be that as it may. And like I said, you can tell people this until you blue in the face. But if they never want to get involved, if they never want to participate, and it's so, what's so even worse about it, a lot of folks just don't even want to give you a chance. They count you out before they even give you a chance. They won't give you a chance. And none of the other shit is working. But yet they scared to try something new. The shit you doing ain't working. Because if it was, we wouldn't have crime out of control the way we do. And that's a New York City. Man, my grandson getting ready to take over New York. My grandson is a trumpet player. Charlotte, North Carolina. Damn, a lot of things happening in Charlotte, man. A lot happening in Charlotte. A lot happening in Charlotte. Yeah, a lot happening in Charlotte. Matter of fact, I met a couple that they from Atlanta. They got this store called Trap Fruit. Okay, thank you, man. They got a business called Trap Fruit. They're out of Atlanta, where they take fruit and put candy around it. But it's the family, man. If we can get the family back talking, if we can get families to start trying to work out their differences, that's where we got to start, man. We ain't got to start on the job and church. Let's start with the families to try. And now I get it. It's clear that I swear to God, man. Let me launch my dinnerware idea. I'm going after the families to bring them together. Have a family meal on me. Have a family meal on me. I can use my dinnerware to encourage families to come back together. God, dog. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. I want to use my dinnerware to encourage families. Man, let's sit down around the table and talk. Even if you got to cuss somebody out, fight, but still, you're sitting at the table. And at the end of the day, man, that food is what's going to be the winner because it brought you together. And we just need families, man, to start coming together. And this is a good time. Okay? See, this is a good time. We got Thanksgiving coming up when? When is Thanksgiving? And Thanksgiving is 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks and a day from now. How come we can't get families, man, together for a Thanksgiving dinner? This is something that families should start coming together, man. And I'm talking about, man, come and sit down and talk, man. Reminisce. Put aside your differences. Put aside your disagreements. Because at the end of the day, you still family. And you should be there for each other. It's the family unit that's destroyed. That's why all these little kids running out joining these gangs. Okay? Because of the family atmosphere that it provides. How come we can't get our families back together? And notice, I'm talking families. Ain't no race in this, man. Ain't no race in this. I'm talking about families in general from all across the world need to come together. Because we all got some shit. We all divided. Families all over the world are divided. Not just in America. All over the world, families are divided. And we need to bring the... Man, when I go down to the White House today, I'm going to give families a shout out. That was the idea that came to me. Man, just give families a shout out in front of the White House. Maybe that might spark something. Maybe that might be. We got to overcome it, Steve. We got to, man. Because if you wanna destroy a nation, divide the family. That's all you got to do. You want to defeat America? Divide the family. House divided can't stand. And right now, we divided. We divided. And it goes back to the family. It goes back to the family. That's what we got to heal. We got to heal the families of this world. And then we can get rid of some of this evil. If we can heal the families of the world. That's what it takes, y'all. And, you know, I don't know what it's going to take for people to get it, for people to see that. All I can do is just keep talking, keep trying, keep expressing. That's all I can do. That's all I can do. See, if I wasn't doing this from my heart, I'd have been through this shit in a long time ago. And that's how you know the difference, man. See, when somebody's going through some stuff and they got the same intensity that they had before they was going through it, that's how you know the difference, who's real and who ain't. When somebody go through some stuff, if it ain't in their heart, they gonna lose their intensity. They gonna lose their commitment. They gonna lose their dedication if their heart ain't in it. But when your heart is in something, man, and when you really real about something, no matter what you're going through, you're gonna stick with it. And this is what I'm trying to say with family. See, we got to get back to sticking with our families, man. Because that's going to be, at the end of the day, that's what's going to be your lifeline, your family. The Bible says, better is it to have a neighbor who is close by than a brother who is far away. Okay? And when you start having some respect for your family, you're going to start respecting other people. See, you're going to start treating other people right. When you start treating your family right, but as long as you can dog your family, you ain't got no problem dogging nobody, a stranger. And we need to get back to the importance of the family. And see, and look at this. Like, look how the press idolizes Nick Cannon. Because he got 11, 12 babies by 5 or 6 different women. He's an idol in the press. They idolize him for that. This boy Future, he got 11, 12 kids. They're idols. See, they ain't talking about the father that ain't got but one baby mama, that's with his kids, that's doing his duty as a father. He can't get the time of day. But them jokers walking around with their dick in their hand get all the play. Listen, give you another example. How they idolize a nigga. Look at Lori Harvey. A pretty face with some whack poo nanny. That's how come she can't keep no man. She's a pretty face with some whack poo nanny. Her poo nanny ain't shit. That's how come she can't keep no man. And y'all walking around here talking about, she ain't no hoe. She just got some whack poo nanny. And she can't keep a man. Because believe me, if her poo nanny was some good, them fellas wouldn't be leaving. And you don't see none of them trying to beat her dough down to get back. See, that's what some good poo nanny will make you lose your motherfucking mind. Let me say that shit again. Okay? Fellas, I know y'all think y'all king of the road and all that shit, but some good pussy will fuck you up. It's just that simple. Have you walking around with one hat on your head and one in your hand, and you asking, anybody seen my hat? And you got one on your head and one in your hand because you done got a hold to some good pussy. It's just that simple. Now, tell me I'm lying. And some good dick got the same effect. Just that simple. Okay? Just that simple. But see, we don't want to talk about that. We want to act like that ain't real. And somebody need to say, baby, go sit your ass down somewhere. Learn how to be with you for a minute. Because you jumping out of one relationship into another and you ain't healed. And you taking all that energy and just bringing it to the next person. Man, sit your ass down somewhere, Lori. Chill out. Your stepdaddy rich, so it ain't like you got to get out here and be hustling to make no money. Sit your ass down somewhere. See, but you know, don't nobody want to say that. Nobody want to say that. See, because, here again, the negative behavior is what's rewarded. And we need to get back to family. If we can get some of these young kids and teach them about family, maybe they'll cut out some of this violence, man. Maybe they'll cut out some of this stupidity. If we can give them a family structure. But because most adults came out of the same fucked up situation, they ain't trying to make it better for nobody else. And see, and that's the problem. Right now, we got adults that done came out of some fucked up situations, and all they trying to do is just keep passing it on. They ain't trying to let it stop with them. And see, if we gon' change this around, some stuff is gonna have to stop with us. Let me say that again. If we gonna turn this around, some stuff is just gonna have to stop with us. This being able to get rich overnight off of negativity needs to stop with us. We need to stop that with us. But here again, because people feel like that ain't my problem. It ain't got nothing to do with me, but it does. Because it's still influencing people around you. You might not have no kids or no grandkids, but you're around some kids, and that'll make you a target. And we need to get back to the family, man. That's what we need to get back to. Having some respect for each other. That's what we need to get back to. See, because right now, we ain't got, man, you know how there's some young kids right now that would cuss me out at the drop of a hat. Oh, you old MF. You better get the fuck on. They'll cuss me out. No respect whatsoever. Because of the family unit has been broken. And believe it or not, see, now let me tie this together. Remember I told y'all how slavery was designed to be permanent through that mother? Well, if you got a mother that don't have no morals, don't have no respect for herself, don't have no decency about herself, what you think she gonna raise? I mean, think about that, y'all. If we could get these young girls' mindset correct, we could turn generations around. Because the generations are going to come out of them. See, we focusing on the boys, and that's the wrong focus. We need to focus on where the ones that the kids are coming out of. And see, women bond with their children because they carry them for 9 months. That's how they bond with their babies. Men have to bond with their children once they're born through touch. Yeah. See, we have to bond through touch. And what's the one thing you don't see a black man doing when he's walking down the street with his children? It's holding their hands. When you're walking with your kids, you're bonding, man. They knowing they're getting used to your touch. And you got so many children out here right now don't even know the touch of their father. Some of them don't even know the touch of their mama. But most of them don't know the touch of their father. And that's how we're going to change this. So if we don't do anything, and see, and to show y'all how powerful that poo nanny is, what are these young boys always singing about? That poo nanny. That's what they're singing about. That poo nanny. How much they get. What a freak she is. That's what they're singing about. That woman. That's all they're singing about. Matter of fact, that woman is the motivation for them to get out and do the dumb shit they doing. Because they know as long as they they ain't got to have a high school education. If they got a pocket full of money, these young boys, they can get a pick of the litter. Any girl they want. Let me say that again. And some of them your daughters and granddaughters. These young boys, all they got to do is have a pocket full of money. And they can get a pick of the litter. Use them, abuse them, and dump them back among us as damaged goods. That's what they do. That's what they do. Okay? I'm serious. I'm serious. This is what we need to get back to, man. We need to get back to this. We need to pay attention. But ain't nobody, y'all won't promote no voices out here to tell them. See, as long as I'm sitting here in this hotel, ain't no kids gonna listen to me. Because, man, what the fuck, you in a hotel. If that shit was working, why you there? Isn't that something? That's why I get the reaction. Man, if this shit you talking was working, how come you in the position you in? Yeah, I can come out here and do something stupid. Just like that. Change my environment. But trying to do it positive. Trying to walk in my integrity. This is what I got to go through. This is what I have to endure. And I got the answer. Stop hating each other because you disagree. I got the answer. And see, and that's bigger than race and politics, y'all. What I'm talking about is bigger than race and politics. You got parents right now living under the same roof, sleeping in separate bedrooms, won't even speak to each other, raising dysfunctional children, and will turn around and tell you they don't hate nobody. But you can't even sleep in the same bed with the person you once said you loved. Pour some race and politics on top of that. You got a lethal explosion. Message. Somebody just called. I had to wait till this message. But you got a lethal explosion. Look at the people that's in divorce court every day, rich and poor. Won't even speak to each other. In divorce court, pour some race and politics on top of that. Look at child support court every day. You got people that won't speak to each other in child support court. Pour some race and politics on top of that. And we act like we think that's, look at people at sports. Won't speak to each other because of sports. Pour some race and politics on top of that. But we act like we don't see that. We act like race and politics is the only thing that's keeping us divided. It's not. But yet, you won't put no more voices out there to bring this up. You won't put no voices. I keep telling y'all, this good versus evil. That's what this is all about. Good versus evil. And you got good and bad in everybody. And it's time for the good people to stop being afraid to come together. That's why evil is having its way. Because good people are afraid to come together, man. Good people are afraid to promote each other. Good people. And as a result, this is the madness that we have. And if we heal the family, we can heal the world. Let me say that again. If we can heal the family, we can heal the world. We can heal the world, man. That's where it begins, with the family. And that's it for me. That's all I got. That's all I got. Okay? And like I said, I can only, that's what sells, man. That's what sells. And people know that. They know it. They know it. And yet, won't do anything to change the narrative. They know it. People know what I'm saying is true. They ain't trying to change the narrative. And yet, ain't no place safe. No place is safe, man. So let me get ready. I got yesterday was my first time being back at the White House in almost a month. And well, Edward, see, here again, we all got some isms in our closet, man. Ain't nobody perfect. We all got some isms in our closet. And when you real with yourself, you'll openly admit that. You got some isms in your closet. And the only difference is nobody's shining the light on your isms. You shine the light on everybody else's isms, but yet See, you ain't put yourself in a position where somebody can shine a light on yours. You see, because and now that you can see ain't none of it's perfect, why don't we start talking to each other and stop talking at each other? Because ain't none of us perfect. None of us are perfect, man. We all make mistakes. We all done made mistakes, and we're going to continue to make mistakes as long as we live in. We're going to make mistakes. That's how you learn, from your mistakes. And what's the one thing people don't want to make? It's a mistake. And when you don't want to make a mistake, you don't want to learn. That's all you're doing. You trying to play it safe, but in the meantime, you dumbing yourself down. That's all you're doing. When you're scared to make a mistake, you just dumbing yourself down. Because that's what you're going to learn from. That's what's going to teach you your mistakes. And see, and we ain't telling these young kids, man, cut down on the mistakes you're making. Because that's what's going to come back to haunt you down the road. See, you think it's sweet and innocent now. And you don't know what you got a chance to be or who you got a chance to be. And because you done made a dumb, stupid mistake, then that derails your future. See, because at the time when we was trying to tell you, you didn't want to listen. And see, and this is the problem with our young kids right now. You can try to instruct them, but they know it all. They don't want to listen. Why? Because they ain't got no family structure. They ain't got no discipline. And that's why they out here doing all this so crazy shit, because they think it's cool. Because ain't nobody telling them, man, you ain't got to do that. Let me show you another way. And I find it absolutely amazing. I didn't create a tour company from somebody else's information. I created a tour company from the information I gathered. That's how I created my tour company, from the information I researched, I gathered, that was dying on the vines. So now, if I can come and create a business for myself, what makes you think I can't teach somebody else how to do it? What makes you think I can't guide them? And I started out as a street vendor. See, I ain't have no dope behind me in the game, like Jay-Z. See, y'all talking about Jay-Z is this. Jay-Z cheated. He got his start with dope money. Not only did he get his start with dope money, but look at the fucking lives he destroyed in the process to get that money. See, we don't talk about that. Here in the dope game, man, you fucked up a whole lot of families for that money. And then you want to turn around and talk about togetherness? Brotherhood? But look at the people you messed up, man, to get where you got. And don't have no remorse. Don't have no remorse. Wear it with a badge of honor. I'm an ex-dope dealer. Wear it with a badge of honor. Shit, I'm an ex-street vendor. I ain't sell no dope. Created my own tour company. Got my own dinnerware line. Created my own hop-on, hop-off shuttle. And look where I'm staying in a hotel. Because I can't support myself. Because ain't nobody interested in the services I'm trying to provide. I'm trying to provide something positive. I don't get no interest in that. But let me get out here and do something stupid. See, let me get out here and cut some corners. Now I'm a hero. I'm idolized. But I can't be idolized for doing it the right way. I keep telling y'all, man, the last time I saw my kids' mama, they was 2 and 3 years old. My kids now are 39 and 40. They don't even know their mama. And she ain't no stranger in my house. See, that's what I can tell. She ain't no stranger in my house. But I don't know nothing about baby mama drama either. I have nothing but respect for the girl because she got out and she stayed out. And if the Lord ever bless me with some money and she's still alive, I'm going to hook her up. I'll hook her up. I will hook her up. Thank you for letting me have my way. You let me raise them the way. And listen, and, you know, and see, this is because the black family is the one that has been decimated, destroyed. It's difficult to, man, in fact, this is what's so wild. You know, if you got around some of these young kids and start talking family, they'll look at you with suspicion about what you up to. Because so many in their neighborhood use something positive to get the jump on them. They come, hey man, you know how to get so and so and so? And you trying to explain the direction and they rob you. You got a light? You know, they come up and ask you some question to distract you and get the jump on you. And all I'm saying, if we're going to change this, and because of lack of family, that's why we got the low self-esteem problem in the world. Because of a lack of family. Okay? And I'm going to tell you something. If these young people, and look how my flower growing, man. My plant growing. Joint growing. If these young people ever tell their story about what's really going on with them, it'd be a whole lot of folk in jail. A whole lot of folk would be in jail. And because most of these kids have such low self-esteem, they can be violated. They can be abused. And the violator and the abuser probably will get away with it because that kid has such low self-esteem that they think ain't nobody gonna believe them. So they keep it to themselves because they ain't got nobody in the family that they can talk to. That's how crucial this is. All right? Hey, man, thank y'all for joining me. Let me get ready and go back to the White House today. And what I'm going to try to do is shine the spotlight on families. Man, if your family visiting, let me know where you're from. Give me your family name. Let me know where you're from. Let me give you a shout out. And see, one of the things that I try to accomplish when I'm playing the national anthems of other countries in front of the White House, I'm just trying to give some people a sense of pride about where they from. And I've had people crying, playing their national anthem in front of the White House because it's something that they all wanted to see. And to be able to see it and hear their national anthem played, it's overwhelming sometimes to a lot of people. That's what I try to do. I just try to instill some pride, man, about where you're from, hoping that you would appreciate it. And most of them don't. But I can't let that discourage me. I have to keep going back. I have to keep going back because I know I got the answer. I know I got the answer. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. I got the answer. And when you know you got something, you can endure situations like this because this is temporary. Because you got the answer. You just got to keep putting one foot in front of the other and not look over your shoulder worrying. That's what you got to do. Keep trying, man. I'm telling y'all. And here again, because I got a lot of work to do in my family. And I just had to just say, let me be the bigger person. Let me be the bigger person. Okay? Let me drop the unforgiveness. Let me drop the anger. Let me drop it. Okay? I'll drop it. And that way, I can come from my heart. Because I'm not pretending. You see? So that's what we got to get back to. All right? Hey, man, thank y'all. I see y'all. I'm out.